Welcome, everybody, and thank you once again to tuning in to another episode of the Spud Kingdom podcast. I believe this is number 22. 22. Thanks again for making this happen. I'm your host, as always, Woody, and I am here to bring some knowledge about what we just went through in this last round of the playoffs. We are officially Mountain Division champions after going through the championship series in the Mountain Division. Beat Pueblo in 5 games. It took us all 5 games to do that, 3-2. We just beat Ogden 3-1. I will get to the rundown of all that. So congratulations first and foremost to our Spud Kings. Great job, boys. Way to bring home the trophy. Can't wait to see what you guys do in New Jersey for the Dineen Cup. I'll get to all that stuff here in a little bit too. So I hope you guys like the new song. Some of you were out there Sunday when we welcome home the players and everything. And Don Jarrett from The Wolf was kind enough to let me play the new song for you guys. And I hope you enjoyed it. A lot of you have told me you have. So those that are just silent out there, I hope you love it too. I just couldn't let it slide after hearing the Mustangs theme song on Saturday's game, like right before the game kicked off, about 2.5 minutes before, when they were doing their little countdown with their Mustangs logo. They started playing an Ogden Mustangs song. And it was like an 80s hair band kind of, I don't know. It was lame and cool all at the same time. And I also couldn't let that be. So I immediately went into the studio, started writing some stuff down, mixing and matching, rewriting words, all that kind of good stuff. Ended up throwing together Spud Kingdom Unite. So I hope you all enjoy it. Hope you all love it. Check it out. It's on every single platform, including iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon. You can even make TikToks, Instagrams, Facebook videos, all that kind of stuff. Go ahead and use it as much as you want. It's out there for you guys to do so. I do own the rights to that music, and I released it for all of y'all to use in videos and stuff that you want to create as well. So if y'all got some cool videos that you've been making of the Spud Kings, need a little music to go behind it, go ahead and use it. It's right there. Search music on Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, all the platforms. You'll be able to use it. So I wanted to talk about a few things when we get to the games. I was able to take my lady, my girlfriend, the love of my life, Carol, to her first Spud Kings game and her first hockey game live. She didn't play ice hockey when she was younger, but she did do a little bit of roller hockey. So she kind of understands the game a little bit, but the rules are different in roller hockey. I don't believe there's offsides and icing and all that kind of stuff. But I got the opportunity to take her to her first game, and let me just tell you guys, she is one of us. She's one of the kingdom. She loves the Spud Kings. She loves going to these games. She thinks it's the greatest time. She wants to go to more. We ended up getting the opportunity to go to 2. We got to go to the 2 home games that we had here in Idle Falls versus Ogden. And let's just say we have watched every game together since then. And we cannot wait to watch the Dineen Cup together. We got the usuals to get through. I got the game recap, 3 stars of the series. I got my hockey rules for this week is going to be based off of the Dineen Cup rules, because I know a lot of people are confused about what's going on because it's not standard playoff rules. And this is our first time being in the Dineen Cup. So a lot of you didn't follow last year. And so I'm going to break that down when we get to that point. But first and foremost, let's just get to the action, peeps. Game 1, Monday, April 7th, 2025, at the Rockin' Mac, where the 7th man made it known that this was our series and we were the crowd and we are the team. So I appreciate you guys for showing up and showing out to every single game in this series, even traveling down to Ogden in big support, out attending their fans in their building, being louder. I could hear "Let's Go Spud Kings." Oh my goodness. We'll get to that later. But game 1, Monday night, this series would be a goaltending clinic. Basically, the entire series. It was low scoring for the most part. The goaltenders saw a lot of shots, and man, did they put on a clinic. So if you guys are goaltending fans, and I know Charlie Durkin has made a lot of you into goaltending fans. You probably love this series, and at the same time, was like me, and it was a little scary, and you were clinching, and you were sitting there all tight, and you were like, Elizabeth, I'm coming, because it's just a heart attack series, man. These guys are good. Both teams so solid, and the goaltending was just all I can say. First period would showcase just that. Ogden had 8 shots on goal. Spud Kings had 10. No goals from either side. None. So the period would be it would end all zeros, evened up, because Perkins versus Durkin was the matchup to watch. Now I know both of our teams have great forwards, high scoring forwards that are going to do some great things when they move on into the next generation of their lives. But right now, this was a goaltending. Oh man. Anyway, so second period would be all Ogden, unfortunately. Ogden had 8 shots on goal. Spud Kings have 14. Spud Kings would outshoot Ogden the whole game, but Ogden would strike. And at 12 minutes, 11 seconds, William Cherniak would get his second of the playoffs. And then 3 minutes later, at 15 minutes, 27 seconds, Caden Efforts gets his first of the playoffs. The period would end 2-0 Ogden. So not looking so sweet at this point, but it's a battle. It's a battle. We still got Durkin in the net, right? Third period, goalies would shut it down. Ogden had 5 shots on goal. Spud Kings had 15. Like, we are shooting crazy in this first game. Like, Perkins was just on his game. There's nothing I can say. The dude is good. I don't care what those other announcers on that other team over there were saying about our guy, but I respect Perkins, and I think he is a great goaltender, so I'm going to give him a shout out no matter what. Him, Marcus Ouellette from Utah, Peck, Feldman, and Henry that we just faced in Pueblo, those 3 were just outstanding. I like goaltenders. I think they're freaking awesome. So shout out to Perkins in this one. No goals for either team. Dylan Perkins would earn the shutout. Period and game would end 2-0. Ogden would take a 1-0 series advantage. So Carroll's first game. We went to this game together. We sat in 117, a little bit higher than where I normally get to sit with Brian and the rest of the rowdies down there on the glass. But I still got to enjoy the game with her. She had the greatest time, and she was like, they kicked butt. That's all she kept telling me, is these guys were great. Even though we lost the game and we didn't score, she was like, we got to go back. We got to go back. So this game, I worked my butt off and got some money and got us tickets, and we had a great time, and we got a little help. Mom paid for like our dinner and stuff because she thought it was cool that we were going to go to a date night hockey game together for our first one and for her first game. So Mom picked in. Thanks, Mom. She wanted to buy us dinner, so we got to go do that. We got the tickets and everything. Carol's first game. So by the time we left this game, she's like, we got to go again. Can't wait to come back. So the next day happens, right? And I'm talking to a few members of the kingdom. And then Jason in particular, he hits me up and he's like, hey, you guys going to the game tonight? And I was like, sorry, man. No, I wish I could. We're going to watch it from home tonight. And unfortunately, that was all we could afford. We couldn't afford to go to another game. I'm still in college. I'm recovering from injuries and stuff. So I don't have quite the cash flow right now. And I was like, no, man, we're just going to watch it from home together. And he's like, hold on. A couple hours later, the dude hits me back and gives me like the coolest gift as just a friend. Like, he was like, here, you guys go enjoy the game again. 2 tickets, second row, section 119. Like, amazing. So we get to go to the game the next night, Tuesday night, game 2. We get to go again. Here we go, baby. Game 2, Tuesday, April 8th, 2025 at the MAC. The Rowdy and Ruckus MAC. Spud Kings offense would show up. First period, Spud Kings set the tone, baby. Ogden had 10 shots on goal. Spud Kings had 11. It wouldn't be until later in the period, but the Spud Kings would strike twice for the first goal come at 16 minutes and 55 seconds. Lucas Carlson would get his first of the playoffs, and he was assisted by Jonathan Radikainen for his second and Max von Kleingraf for his first. Just over a minute later, at 18 minutes, 13 seconds, Ryan Rocky Balboa, baby, would get his third of the playoffs, and he was assisted by Liam Donovan for his second and Will Strickland for his first. The period would end 2-0 Spud King, so nice turnaround from the previous night. We take an early lead. Second period would pick up where the first left off. Ogden had 13 shots on goal. Spud Kings had 8, so they outshot us in that one. I think they end up outshooting us for like the rest of the playoffs from this moment on. 33 seconds into the period, though, Liam Donovan would strike for his second of the playoffs, and he was assisted by Easton Edwards for his sixth and Andrew Schmidt for his fifth. The tag team was back again, baby. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I put them in the song as a tag team because I swear that they are. And I put in the song the Edwards setting up Schmidt, and I feel like that happens all the time. Matter of fact, it happens in this series, so it's good to see it. Good to see it. I love the tag team helping out others too. Scoring would stall for the rest of the period though, and it would end 3-0 Spud Kings. Third period would be all Ogden, only kinda though, just a little bit. Ogden would outshoot us again, 11 shots on goal. Spud Kings had 6. Most of the period would be quiet as Birkins and the Wall would do their thing. But at 17 minutes, 23 seconds, Dennis Kuzmenkov would get his fourth of the playoffs, and the period and game would end 3-1. Spud Kings even up the series. So I have some highlights from this game, and then I'm going to play. But first, I'm going to talk about the excitement that Carol had in this one because during this game, if you guys were in attendance and even the ones that were watching on Flow Hockey, there was a technical difficulty where there was a big hit down on the boards and it knocked one of the pieces of glass loose. And I happened, because I work at the Mac, I didn't hesitate to jump in and kind of hold and kind of help it because one, referees didn't see it, so they did not stop the game. So it was still kind of dangerous. Where puck ended up flying right past the piece of glass. Another hit happened literally right next to it on the board, right next to it. Thank goodness it wasn't the one on it. But I jumped down there to help out. We hold the glass. We get the all set back up. We're helping those guys. They end up making me move because I'm not working. I'm not on the clock. So, since I'm a patron, they can't afford me to get hurt. So they're like, hey, we got this now. I said, okay, cool. So I get back to my spot. But anyway, Carol thought that was pretty cool. Thought the game in general was awesome because we won and she got to see some cool stuff and she was really excited. Ended up making her a fan for life. I'm telling you guys, we got shirts. I gave her one of my beanies. We were ringing my bell. Now she has to go get her own belt because why not? We got both ring the bells at the same time, baby. We got to get loud and proud. So she's a fan for life. So I want to thank you, Jason, one more time, man, for hooking it up because that made my day. It made her day even better. And you made a fan for life. So thank you, Jason. Appreciate that, my dude. I got some highlights for this game. Since we won, I'm going to show you some highlights of this game. So stay tuned right now. Here they come.
See what happens here, Scott. This is a big one. I honestly never have I'm running on Charlie here. I hope so. Working in. Yeah, baby! Gherkin. Hey, job by Charlie. Hey, that might be. Remember that moment, Scott, because second time. You know, he deserves that. I couldn't believe he missed the first time, but good for him. Liam Donovan with the goal, 3-0 Spud Kings. Good start. That's a good start. Yes, it is. I'm sure you know that, but, you know, he's been hot all the playoffs. There's a shot that's turned aside by Charlie Durkin, and that's going to do it. Just formality now. Well, yeah, I'd like to also thank Spud Kings for allowing me to do this. This is my third season, and I've enjoyed it immensely. Hopefully, look forward to even better things, and that'll do it. The Spud Kings have taken Game 2 of this series, 3-1, and so the series is tied, heading to Ogden on Friday night. Well, if I see you again on the air this year, it'll mean that we're here for Game 5. Yep. I wouldn't hate that, but I'd rather win in Ogden, so let's do. Whatever happens, happens. So we'll see it. Well, we thank you for joining us here on Flow Hockey.
So I hope you liked that one, guys. I got highlights for all the wins, and I also have a big highlight for the whole entire series. Unfortunately, that's not going to go on this podcast. I'm going to release it as a separate video. So stay tuned for that. It'll be after this video goes live. I'll post that one as well, because it's like 21 minutes of goals and stops of Durkin and then our celebration. And I got music going along with the whole thing and the whole shebang. So I'm going to post that one separately, but I hope you enjoyed that highlight. Let's get to Game 3. Friday, April 11, 2025, at the Ice Sheet / the Barn down in Ogden. Ogden would dominate the shot battle once again for the second game in a row. First period would have the Spud Kings strike first, though. Ogden had 13 shots on goal. Spud Kings had 11. The goal would come a little later, though, at 18 minutes and 11 seconds. Leo Mantenuto. Keep an ear out for that name. Keep an eye out, because some of you are watching me. Keep an ear, keep an eye. Leo Mantenuto. He gets his second of the playoffs, and he was assisted by Ryan Rothke Balboa for his first. The period would end 1-0 Spud Kings. And I'll say keep an eye on the Leo, because remember, he was a pickup halfway through the season, actually kind of right after the winter break. We picked up Leo, and he ends up contributing big in this game and in the next game. So keep an ear out for him. Second period, we'd see some action from both teams. Ogden had 17 shots on goal. Spud Kings only had 7. Spud Kings would score first in the period at 1 minute, 7 seconds. Liam Phillip would get his first of the playoffs, and he was assisted by the stash, baby, Bookie Warshaw, for his first of the playoffs. It was a matter of time before Bookie got some kind of point, because the dude was on point with his shots. He was lining people up with like the perfect assists. They just weren't going, because Birkins, these goaltenders, I'm telling you, man, there was some awesome opportunities for goals that would have went by other people that just didn't get by these two guys. Durkin would stop 16 out of 17 shots in this period, with the lone one getting by at 7 minutes and 24 seconds. Caden Efforts would get his second of the series, and the period would end 2-1 Spud Kings. Third period, Ogden would dominate the shot battle once again, because I think, like I said, that since that one period in the second, they dominated ever since. So Spud Kings would give me a heart attack, though. So there's that. Like I said, there's some coming Elizabeth. Is that Ogden had 13 shots on goal. Spud Kings only have 4. So when I'm saying it gave me a heart attack, like that puck was in the defensive zone so much, and shots would just get deflected, and there were so many oohs and ahs, and oh man, it was just one of those nights. So no goals would happen in this period, as the Wall would continue to dominate. Period, and game ends 2-1. Spud Kings win and take a 2-1 series lead. Wow, man. So I got some highlights for this one too. So I'm going to post those up right now. So check it out.
And here come the Spud Kings. And oh, wow. On the left side was number 24. Mantenuto, his second goal of the playoffs.
Really good goal. He just caught.
Sends it up to Walsh. Walsh. And looked like Warshaw got a little stick on it, but it kind of looked like it deflected up in the air. Phillip takes a shot and scores.
Yeah.
Another one right on the right corner side.
Yeah. Over the right shoulder there.
Another beautiful shot.
Almost looked like he didn't expect the shot to come. Just kind of a routine shot on goal, almost like he was going to take a shot and just try to get a change, but went in, unfortunately.
Yep, backhands it to Bendel. Bendel across the blue line, over to Tong. Tong center ice, takes a shot right in front of Durkin. Honka no icing call. And the Spud Kings take a 2-1 lead. We're going to have game 4. It's a do-or-die situation for the Mustangs.
All right. I hope you like those two. Like I said, I got ones for all the wins, and then I got a big one that I'm going to do later with the whole celebration and the shebang and everything. So hope you guys are enjoying those. Game 4, Saturday, April 12th, 2025 at the Ice Sheet / the Barn once again in Ogden. If we win, we win the series. If Ogden wins, we go to a game 5. So let's see how it pipes down, man. This game would be all about the battle between the pipes. The whole series was, but this game in particular, because it was just one of those games. First period, Ogden 14 shots on goal, Spud Kings 17. First time we win the shot battle since that first game, and I think that's the last time. But Ogden would score quick out the gate at 23 seconds. Tommy Fetterman would get his third of the playoffs, and that would the lead would only last about 2 minutes, as Spud Kings would be on the power play, and at 2 minutes 32 seconds, Andrew Schmidt would get his 5th of the year, and he was assisted by Bronson Sable for his 4th and Easton Edwards for his 7th. There's that tag team setup I tried to tell you all about. Tag team strikes again. This would be all scoring for the period, though, as the goalies would lock it down. From there on out, they would lock it down. The period ends 1-1, all even. Second period, lots of shots, but only rejections, baby. Ogden had 11 shots on goal. Spud Kings had 12, so I guess we won this shot battle too by 1. No goals in the period, as the battle of the two of the best goaltenders would continue. I'm telling you, Birkins and Durkin, like, they could be brothers if they didn't have different names, because they're both outstanding. Third period would be much of the same, though. Ogden had 8 shots on goal. Spud Kings had 11. No goals once again. Period ends all square at 1. End of regulation. Time for the scariest overtime of my life. Well, I mean, we've had a lot of scary overtimes this year, but man, and let me tell you, Carol, the whole time was squeezing and oohing and on and you know, making the faces and the noises, and she's definitely a fan, guys. Thank you, Spud Kingdom. But the whole game and the possible series on the line, overtime would begin. Ogden had 5 shots on goal. Spud Kings match it with 5 of their own. So many close opportunities for both teams. As I mentioned, it would be like a heart attack period. But at 10 minutes, 12 seconds, the crowd erupted. My house erupted as Leo Mantenuto, I told you to listen for that name. He gets one past Perkins, and he was assisted by Easton Edwards for his 8th and Liam Donovan for his 3rd. And that was the game winner. Spud Kings win 2-1. We are the champions, baby. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Win the series 3-1. And when I say the crowd erupted, I mean the Kingdom turned it into a home game. I'm telling you guys, both games that you guys were down there in Ogden, I can hear them bells. I can hear you guys chanting. I hear, let's go Spud Kings. The whole works. You guys outcrowded that crowd. We are the 7th man. I'm demanding right now, the Spud Kingdom is the 7th man. Check it out, NCDC. Be on notice. There's a reason why I wrote a song for this team and for this fan base, because it's the greatest. It's the greatest. And you can ask some of these other people when they come to our place, They hate playing there and they love playing there because it's the greatest place to play, I'm telling you. So, Spud Kings win the Mountain Division Championship and the series and move on to Jersey for the Dineen Cup. So here is highlights of the game winning, game 4. So here's highlights from game 4 with the game winner and a little brief celebration. It doesn't have the whole celebration. It just has like the main highlights right here. So check it out for your viewing pleasure. Here's some of those.
First, I apologize, folks. And that's a score. That was quick. It was. That's the second power play goal of the playoffs for him. And that came from Schmidt. And you talked about the Serve Pro damage dealers.
Yep.
That will be Andrew Schmidt's 5th goal of the playoffs, first of the night, tied it up. Ferniak all the way over to Simcoe. Simcoe takes a shot. Looks like it's got stopped before. Oh! Edwards has it. And that is the game, folks. Montenuto picks it up. Congratulations to Idaho Falls Spud Kings, the Mountain Division champions. That was a tough shot. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, excellent shot. Excellent play there. Like you said, congratulations, Idaho Falls.
What up, guys? I hope you enjoyed that one, champions. Like I said, I got another video that includes all of these highlights, plus an extended version of the celebration that goes all the way to the end when we're taking the group photo. So check that out. It's going to be out after this episode. I'm going to do this episode first, and then I'll post that one after. It's going to be like a bonus episode, kind of. It's not even going to really have me on there much. I'm just going to introduce it. I'm going to say goodbye. We're going to hit the song, and we be out, that kind of thing, you know? So check out for it. It'll be out soon. Wow. With that, let's get to some of the stats. Durkin stopped 131 out of 136 shots on the series for a .963 save percentage, a 1.25 goals against average, going 3-1 on the series. Charlie is now 6-2-1 in the playoffs with a 1.51 goals against average, a .947 save percentage, stopping a league-leading 266 out of 281 shots. Nobody's faced this many shots. Nobody stopped this many shots. So give it up for the Wall, baby. No one does it like he does. And like I said on the last podcast, he is our all-time leader as far as goaltending in the playoffs is concerned. And he just continues to build on that right now. By the time hopefully we get him back next year because we need him. But hopefully by the time his career is all said and done with the Spud Kings, that record will be almost untouchable. So, playoff scoring leaders. Andrew Schmidt leads the team with 5 goals, leads the Spud Kings all-time in playoff goals. Well, he's tied with Goodwin with 5 each. Easton Edwards is second on the team with 3 goals and is tied for 4th overall. Liam Phillip is now 3rd all-time with 4 goals because he got 1 in the series. Easton Edwards leads the team in assists with 8. Andrew Schmidt is second with 5. Easton leads the team with 11 points and is first all-time with 12. Andrew Schmidt is second with 10 and is also second all-time with 11. So, with that, I have 3 stars of the week. Of the series. Not even of the week. We're going 3 stars of the series, baby. I crunched all the numbers once again. I know you guys can't really see them, but wrote down what everybody did. And I went with these as my 3 stars. So, 3rd star, Liam Donovan. Big contributor in this series. He had, let me find his, 1 goal and 2 assists, so 3 total points. I almost put him at number 2, but I had to put somebody else at number 2. based on the fact that the big contributions from them as well and how big their contributions ended up being. So, third star, Liam Donovan, 3 points. He had 1 goal and 2 assists. My second star, Leo Mantenuto. Now, this guy, normally he would have been my third star because he only did have 2 goals in the series, but one of those goals helped us win game 3, and the other goal did win game 4 and conquered the series for us. So I had to move him up to number 2. So congrats to Leo Mantenuto, my second star of the series and the first star of the series. Do I even have to say it, folks? Do I even have to say it? Charlie the Wall Durkin. That's right. Nobody else. Like I said before, the dude only gave up 5 goals in the series. He had a 963 save percentage. He faced 136 shots and stopped 131 of them. He only had a 1.25 goals against average. I think that was the best out of any goalie in any series in the entire playoffs so far. He's leading. He's like 1 and 2 in basically every category in the Dineen Cup playoffs so far. So, third star, Liam Donovan. Second star, Leo Mantenuto. First star, Charlie the Wall Durkin, baby. So, congrats to you boys. You are my 3 stars of the series. I know it don't mean much coming from me because I'm just another fan that does a podcast, but hey, the Dan K Show gets his 3 stars put on the NCDC website. So maybe one day mine will end up there too. So let's talk the Dineen Cup tournament. I'm going to try to explain this the best that I can so everybody kind of gets an understanding of what's going on. It's a double elimination tournament, not a series of games. So it's not like we play 5 games against one team and then if we go on type thing. Nope. It's a double elimination. You lose 2 games, you're out. So here's how it goes. So the way it's going to work is game 1 will be Friday, April 25th at 1:30 Mountain Time. The Spud Kings, the number 1 overall seed, will face the South Shore Kings, who is the wild card and the number 4 seed. And then game 2 will also be on Friday at 5:30 Mountain Time. The Northern Cyclones, which is the number 2 seed, will face the Mercer Chiefs, the number 3 seed. The winner of these 2 games will play Saturday, April 26th at 5:30 Mountain Time. So the winner of these 2 games will face each other. The losers of the first 2 games will also play on Saturday, but at 1:30. So they'll play the first game 1:30 Mountain Time. The 2 losers will face off, and the 2 winners will face off. Then, out of the 2 losers, the loser of the 2 loser game is out. That'll be their second loss. They're eliminated. The winner will face the loser of the 2 teams that won the first games. So, whoever wins the first 2 games will face each other. Whoever loses that game is now 1-1 and will face the other 1-1 team. The winner of the other game that was 1-0, that they're now 2-0, they automatically go to the finals. They get a bye, they get to go to the finals at 2-0. So, great news is if the Spud Kings win 2 games in a row, they're automatically in the finals. Now, what's that saying is the 2 1-1 teams play each other. And those 2 teams play each other on Sunday at 1:30 Mountain Time. Teams will go directly to the finals. The loser will play on Sunday, 1:30 Mountain Time versus the winner of the 0-1 team. So the loser of the Sunday game will be eliminated. The winner goes on to play the 2-0 team. That will be our final matchup. And that will be Monday, April 28th at 1:30 p.m. Mountain Time. If the undefeated team wins, it's over. They win. The other team lost 2 games, so it's over. But if they lose, we will go to a winner-face-all, take-it-all game Tuesday, the April 29th at 1:30 Mountain Time. Did I lose you guys? So one more little recap of the last part. The 2-0 team goes automatically to the finals. The 2 1-1 teams will face each other. The loser out. The winner goes to the finals. The 2-0 team wins. It's over. The 1-1 team beats the 2-0 team. Then they get to go to another game. Winner take all. And that will be it. So Monday or Tuesday will decide the champion. So let's shout out the Mountain Division champs one more time. So let's go Spud Kings. Let's go Spud Kings. Let's go Spud Kings. Give them a shout out one more time. It was so good to see y'all Sunday when they came back into town. Hopefully y'all caught what I said there on the Dineen Cup. I will also update everybody on the brackets the best that I can when these games happen. So after the first 2 games, I will let you know where everybody stands and what has to happen next. I might make a short video to talk about it. I might just post it on Facebook. We'll see what's up and see how I'm feeling or how busy I am because we're getting close to finals and stuff. So, my schoolwork's starting to pick up a little bit. But I want to thank you all once again for tuning in each and every single week. Let's go Spud Kings, baby. We're going to the Dineen Cup finals. We're going to Wayne, New Jersey to go take on some of the best teams in the country and hopefully bring that cup back to the Mountain Division, back to Idaho Falls where it belongs. It's never been here before. It's going to come here, and we're going to keep bringing it here because next year it's here. We get to go watch it. Hopefully our boys can be right back there so we can see it live and in living color, baby. So with that being said, I also want to thank, you might have seen the little spot where W logo has been on the show, the whole entire show, and I haven't even mentioned them, but W is one of my sponsors now. I am a brand ambassador of them, so I want to thank them once again for being a sponsor to me. Get a chance, go out to their website, w.gg, put in promo code Woody208. It'll get you a 10% discount on your order at checkout. And yeah, it'll help me out. If you guys like energy drinks with no jitters and they taste delicious, go check out W because I love it. I got me another order on the way. I used up what I had already, or I'd be showing it off right now because I could use some. I tell you what, my order's on the way though. It'll be here in the next couple of days. I can't wait. So check it out. W.gg. That's DUBBY.gg. So thank you to them for sponsoring me. Thank you guys for tuning in. Can't wait to see what happens in the Dineen Cup finals and playoff tournament, the double elimination bad boy. Let's go. So one more time, and thank you for tuning in. My name is Woody, and always, Spuddy.
Rivals crumble as the anthem plays. The beast off the leash, setting the stage ablaze. Edwards with the setup, Schmidt with the strikes, Spud Kings on the rink, rewriting the hype.